Recognizing logical fallacies. Logical arguments are the foundation of academic and persuasive writing. However, flawed reasoning, known as logical fallacies, can undermine the strength and credibility of an argument. Logical fallacies occur when errors in logic or reasoning create arguments that may seem convincing but are ultimately invalid or misleading. Below are three common types of logical fallacies and their explanations, along with examples and an exercise to help you identify and avoid them. 1. Ad hominem, argument against the person. This fallacy occurs when someone attacks the person making an argument instead of addressing the argument itself. Example: Maria claims that climate change is a serious issue, but I don't believe her because she's not a scientist. Why it's a fallacy? This is an ad hominem fallacy because it dismisses Maria's argument based on her lack of scientific qualifications rather than addressing the evidence or reasoning behind her claim. 2. Circular reasoning. This occurs when the argument's conclusion is simply a restatement of the claim, with no additional support or evidence. Example: Sunday is our day off because we don't work on that day. Why it's a fallacy? The claim and conclusion are identical, providing no real explanation or reasoning. 3. Appeal to anonymous authority. This fallacy arises when a claim is supported by an unspecified or unverified source, making it unreliable. Example: Someone told me that drinking coffee makes you smarter. Why it's a fallacy? The statement relies on an unspecified and unverifiable source, providing no credible evidence to support the claim. Now it is time to apply your newly acquired knowledge about identifying logical fallacies. Listen carefully to the following speech, identify each fallacy presented, write it down, and describe what type of fallacy it is. Be sure to explain why it qualifies as a fallacy based on the concepts discussed.
Why my argument is unquestionable. Good morning, everyone. Let me start by addressing my critics. First, John says we need to focus on renewable energy, but how can we trust someone who doesn't even know how to drive an electric car? And then there's Sarah, who argues for stricter recycling laws, yet she can't even sort her trash properly. Clearly, we don't need advice from people like that. Now, onto the question of our company's productivity. We're the best because no one can match our excellence. It's clear we're on top of the competition because we're simply better. If anyone doubts our success, just remember that we're successful because we achieve more than anyone else. And of course, the proof of our greatness is our greatness itself. Next, let's talk about public health. I heard somewhere that eating pizza every day can boost your immune system. People have been saying that walking barefoot improves circulation. It's common knowledge. There are rumors that staying up late makes you more creative, so it must be true. And let's not forget, they say drinking only orange juice can prevent the flu, so it's definitely something to consider. Conclusion: understanding and identifying logical fallacies is essential for cultivating strong reasoning skills and constructing credible arguments in both academic and professional settings. Logical fallacies, such as ad hominem, circular reasoning, and appeal to anonymous authority, undermine the validity of an argument by distracting from evidence-based reasoning. By learning to recognize these fallacies, individuals can critically evaluate arguments, refine their own reasoning, and foster more meaningful and constructive dialogue. As you apply this knowledge, focus on analyzing claims carefully, questioning their validity, and ensuring that conclusions are supported by credible evidence. Developing these skills not only enhances communication, but also contributes to intellectual integrity and the pursuit of truth.